Hello everyone, Harbinger here. The Asari are often depicted as the superior race in the Mass Effect games. They live for hundreds of years, have the most advanced civilization, and born with natural biotics. This bleeds into social structures as the Asari showcase in various ways, even unintentionally, that they are superior to all the other races. As when we first meet Liara, a major character in the Mass Effect franchise, she speaks extremely highly of her species to the point that it seems condescending as she kind of looks down on everyone else, but at the same time she seems quite naive and very innocent. It's just something she was raised to be, that the Asari are simply superior to everyone, but eventually that does come crashing down in Mass Effect 3. Regardless, when we play Mass Effect 3, Javik introduces us to a whole slew of new information, being a Prothean who reveals massively important information about the Asari and his own species, with much of it coming during Priority Thessia, where we learn that the Asari aren't what they seem and that they've been hiding a lot of critical information. So we're going to look at all the unique dialogue that happens when you bring Javik onto this mission. The first piece of unique dialogue comes when you're entering Thessia. You see that Liara is completely crushed, seeing that her planet is burning and the Reapers are destroying it. But Javik offers some crushing reality. She tells her that she needs to close herself towards their suffering, similar to how Kratos told Atreus when he killed his first human. She has to acknowledge that war doesn't offer any type of empathy, and you just have to try your best to close yourself from the sufferings of everyone else in order to fight another day.
And for some reason, it has classified government funding.
Sounds like we're on the right trail.
What if we're too late? My people are dying down there.
You're in the phase of weakness. You must numb yourself to loss.
The Thessia took you to this temple?
I was just a child. I thought it was a history lesson, but now, maybe there was more to it.
What do you mean?
I went digging through her old files. She had heavily encrypted records on this place, some dating back centuries. I still can't crack most of them. Whatever's going on, it's well hidden.
I've studied your old mission reports. Your mother was indoctrinated.
Yes, we had to kill her.
Yet it did not stop you from fighting. As I said, steel yourself. Many more lives will be lost.
I know it's difficult, Liara, but he's right. You could spend all day counting casualties.
When you should be avenging them.
I'm sorry. I can't be that callous.
War doesn't always provide you a choice.
The next piece of unique dialogue comes after you defend the barrier with Lieutenant Curran. She's losing her faith to fight, and seeing that Shepard is only here for an artifact, she has lost any will to continue forward. Javik, using his unique ability, is able to find the hope buried deep inside her and drive it out, telling her that she can keep fighting and she has to for the fate of her people.
Perimeter's collapsing, and I'm getting my people out of here.
This is important. We need your help.
Well, unless you can give me a good reason to stay, we're not dying for a field of rubble.
What exactly were you told about me?
Nothing but your name. Mission details were classified, which just means we'll die without knowing why.
I know what that's like, but you have to trust the chain of command.
We're not even sure the chain still exists. So what are we doing here?
We're after a relic inside the temple. It's important.
That's what this is all about? One of our outposts has been trying to reach the scientists over there, but we lost contact. Get that gunship moving! Now! I'm sorry, Commander. If your relic has lasted this long, it can wait a little longer. I've lost enough people today. I'm pulling the rest of them out.
No! I sense you're the lineage of a leader. A warrior's skill and cunning. They are strong in your genes. But you've grown tired of war. You're exhausted by defeat, and now you worry you don't have the courage left to go on.
By the goddess, are you
Find your resolve. This war can end if you do.
He knows what he's talking about.
I don't doubt it. This is Lieutenant Curran. Hold your positions. I want a path carved to the temple. Outpost Tychus, we've got people coming your way. Let's make sure the galaxy knows the war was won on Thessia. Make it count.
I was here years ago. To see the city burning like this is...
It can be rebuilt. Just worry about the next 20 meters. Watch it!
One of the most disturbing optional dialogue options can be heard during this mission. After defeating the first Banshee, Liara is horrified at what the Reapers have done to her people, but Javik offers something worse. During his cycle, the Reapers converted their children first, believing they would hesitate to kill them. Shepard and Liara wish not to know whether they did, and Javik simply says, "What answer would you prefer?"
Let's get moving before more of them come back.
I still can't face those things. My own people.
When we fought the Reapers, they turned our own children against us.
I can't imagine that.
They assumed we would hesitate to kill them.
Did you?
What answer would you prefer?
None. Let's stop talking.
The next dialogue option is pretty simple, and you'll probably miss it if you're not paying attention, but it's an Asari pilot who finds motivation fighting alongside a Prothean. So the last section is perhaps the biggest so far. It changes everything in the Mass Effect universe. We learn that the Protheans were actually the ones who came to the Asari planet back during their cycle. They provided the Asari with mathematics, with agricultural sciences. They even saved their entire species from an invading species that sought Thessia for its resources, and from an asteroid that would have collapsed on their planet. Perhaps the biggest reveal comes from the fact that their natural biotics is completely artificial. The Protheans actually modified their genetic structure in order to ensure that Asaris would have natural biotics from that day forward. In fact, I kind of have a hypothesis that the reason Ardad Yachi exists is because of the Protheans messing with the genetic material of the Asari. The reason I think this is because, remember, before the Asari gained starship travel, they only mated with themselves, so why aren't there more Ardad Yachi? And the whole reason Ardad Yachi mate is not only for that thrill and that pleasure, but they also they get stronger each time they mate with another person. That's why Morith was able to match her mother, Samara, in combat, despite Samara being a Justicar, which is basically the most elite Asari warrior there is. So that's my hypothesis on it, but I might go into a different video about that. Either way, we learned through this entire conversation that it was because of Javik's people that the Asari were so advanced. They had a Prothean beacon that they withheld from everyone else and used that technology to advance further, not to mention the teachings of Javik's people. So the whole reason they're so superior is because they literally were given a handout, whereas the Solarians, humanity, even the Krogan earned their place in the galaxy. The Asari technically didn't. They lied about everything, and Liara's mother even knew about this, with Liara trying to crack the code on encrypted data, and this is what she was keeping from her daughter. It's likely that she kept this from her daughter because one of the highest crimes in the Milky Way is keeping Prothean technology a secret, which the Asari did, and we later find out when we play through the final moments of the mission. Liara goes straight to Javik and starts attacking him, telling him that it's not true. She doesn't want to accept that her species was built on a lie. But in return, if you choose the Paragon option, Javik will try and motivate Liara to showcase that they did it to try and prepare her species to become the next well, to join the Prothean race. That's why they chose them, not because they felt sorry for them. And Javik just says, believe what you want, Shepard. And then it is a pretty somber moment. Javik knows that she needs to be motivated, and in reality, he doesn't want to bring her down because he's... And most importantly, Javik makes note that hope is one of the most valuable resources when fighting the Reapers. Once you lose hope, as we saw with Lieutenant Curran, you lose the will to fight, and the Reapers simply win. You have to hang on to that until you finish the fight. Just like his vengeance is the only thing keeping him going, despite the fact he just doesn't connect with anyone. So those are the unique dialogue options that you can encounter in Priority Thessia. It definitely changes the entire history of Mass Effect, similar to the Leviathan DLC, which you should definitely check out. I'll replay this entire section while my commentary so you can listen to everything that happens, just in case you don't want to hear my voice as it goes on. But if you watched to the end of the video, thank you. Like, comment, subscribe, link below for a bunch of romance videos and walkthroughs for Mass Effect. And I'll have a bunch more Mass Effect videos coming up because I love this series. It's one of my favorite franchises of all time. So thank you for joining me. Stay awesome, everyone.
It's military-grade encryption. I think I can override it.
Do religion and military always mix among Asari?
No, this is unusual. Especially since few still follow the Athame doctrine.
Hello? Is anyone there?
Something is wrong. Your scientists should be here.
Take a look around. Maybe one of these artifacts is what we're looking for. Could this be the artifact?
I don't think so. It's the goddess Athame's sword. Myths say she wielded it against the jealous gods who threatened our ancestors.
They were a race called the Ouroboros. Thessia had vast resources. We protected you from them.
You protected? But then Athame...
There is more to your history than you know, Asari.
What's this?
The goddess Athame's shield. Legends say she used it to protect Thessia when the heavens grew angry. Our ancestors were probably misinterpreting a meteor shower.
It was an asteroid strike. We deflected it.
Are you actually suggesting that the Protheans intervened in our past?
It's more than a suggestion. I find it strange your scientists would abandon their own planet.
They wouldn't.
What about this one?
A page from one of our earliest religious texts, the Athame Codex. I doubt this is it. It describes Lucen, Athame's guide who taught our ancestors about the stars.
Your species was deemed to have potential. A pity you didn't live up to it.
Could this be the artifact?
I don't think so. That's a sculpture of Lucen, one of Athame's servants who walked among my ancestors, bestowing knowledge.
And you don't see the resemblance? He was no servant of an imaginary goddess. He was Prothean.
Another page from the Codex. Not very useful. It talks about Athame's guide granting us the gift of biotics as a reward for worshipping her.
That gift involved years of genetic research.
This is almost too much to take.
What are we looking at here?
A primitive rendition of the goddess Athame. She's speaking to her ancient Asari followers. I don't think this is the artifact.
Another one of your myths that somehow looks Prothean.
What you're implying, it's staggering.
We were here in the beginning, watching you grow. Athame was us.
How about this?
It's more from the Codex. Doesn't look promising. It describes how Athame taught our ancestors mathematics.
Before that, you could only count as high as your toes. We took pity. I believe we are missing something.
Doesn't look useful. That's Janiri, Athame's guide who brought enlightenment to Thessia long ago.
He was no servant of an imaginary goddess. He was Prothean.
What do you know about this?
A fragment from the Codex. It's not what we need. It describes how Athame's guide Janiri gave my people seeds. He taught them the seasons so they could grow crops.
We didn't want you to starve.
It's the goddess Athame again.
You can still believe that, but it won't change the truth.
This appears to be just what it looks like.
I'm guessing these are the scientists.
That's Athame's sword, not our artifact.
Their throats.
What happened to them?
They've been slit. The Reapers didn't do this. We're going to have to figure this out on our own.
Who's that supposed to be?
It's Athame. Her image became more like ours over time.
You mean your ancestors tried to hide the truth?
I'm still not willing to believe any of that's real.
Then why does Athame speak Prothean?
What do you mean?
There is something here. I can sense it.
In this temple? I admit it is strange this place has been so well preserved. Though Athame does have great historical significance, we once believed our gods were separate from the world, looking down on us. There is a universal energy.
There's a Prothean beacon here.
What? You're sure?
It's not something you forget.
But why hide it?
The answer is obvious. Power and influence. Your people are hoarding the knowledge of my race for their own gain.
That can't be. I can't believe my people would keep this a secret.
A beacon like this could explain why Asari are so advanced.
This temple is thousands of years old. Time enough to make serious progress.
That doesn't make it true.
You can't keep denying reality, Asari. Even a small amount of data would give your species an edge. Or are you insulted that your government didn't involve you?
The Mars ruins are where humanity got Mass Effect technology.
And we learned of it from the ruins of the Inusanum, the race that came before us. It was our secret for centuries.
Well, if it is true, the Asari should have shared this knowledge. We might not have been in this mess if they had.
You don't know that, Shepard. We don't know what's going on here.
I know we don't have much time to find out.
The few records I can access talk about tapping into Prothean data streams, reconstructing matrices, none of which I see here.
I do. The activation process has begun.
By the goddess. Literally.
Look around. There must be more of these connections.
Incredible. The beacon seems to think you're Prothean, Shepard. It must be the cipher you got back on Pharos years ago.
Or it could be the Prothean standing next to you.
There, another one.
It's gaining power. It's still not complete.
Doesn't look like a connection.
The end of the war is near. Find what we need, finish the Crucible, and vengeance is complete.
No connection here.
The activation is complete. We can access the beacon now.
We need to hurry. This place isn't going to...
last very long.
Obtaining chronological marker. Hold. Timescale established. Post-Prothean cycle confirmed.
One of our computers.
Reaper presence detected. This galactic cycle has already reached its extinction terminus. Systems shutting down.
Hold on.
We need answers.
To what question?
The catalyst. We need to know what it is to finish the Crucible.
A memory of one of my people.
I am called Vendetta, an advanced virtual construct of Patrick Van, overseer of the project you refer to as Crucible. He died fighting the Reapers in the Battle of Tranvia 9. Your remaining time is also at an end.
We're all Protheans so grim.
What happened to the Crucible in your time? Why didn't the Protheans deploy it?
We were sabotaged from within. A splinter group argued we should dominate the Reapers rather than destroy them. It fractured our order of battle. Later, we discovered the Separatists were indoctrinated.
I always suspected as much.
And now we're facing the same problem.
Our studies of past ages led us to believe that time is cyclical. Many patterns repeat.
Like the Reaper attacks.
And beyond, the same peaks of evolution, the same valleys of dissolution. The same conflicts are expressed in every cycle, but in a different manner. The repetition is too prevalent to be merely chance.
We assumed the Reapers were responsible for the pattern.
Perhaps, though I believe the Reapers are only servants of the pattern. They are not its master.
So who is the master?
Unknown. Its presence is inferred rather than observed. The only certainty is its intention. Galactic annihilation. You now stand at that precipice.
There's still hope for this cycle. We need to know what the catalyst is. Trillions of lives are at risk.
Trillions of lives are always at risk. But if the Reapers have arrived to end your cycle, this discussion is too late.
We can break the cycle. We found your plans for the Crucible. We're building it right now.
The Crucible is not of Prothean design. It is the work of countless galactic cycles stretching back millions of years. Each cycle adds to it. Each improves upon it. Thus far, none have successfully defeated the Reapers with it.
Then we'll be the first. Tell us what the catalyst is.
Listen to the human. He can be trusted.
I detect you are one of us. You are Prothean.
The last. I am the final hope to avenge our people.
Your mission was known to me. Do you believe this present cycle can deliver retribution?
They have earned the right to try.
Tell us what we need to know.
Very well. If you have followed the plans for the Crucible, I will interface with your systems and assist with the catalyst too. Indoctrinated presence detected. Activating security protocol.
You killed the scientists. What do you want?
Your attention. Someone would like to talk with you.
Shepard,
How did you find this place?
the archives. Or did your shadow broker miss that one?
Show yourself. I promise I won't miss.
Stick to your talents, Dr. T'Soni. You've helped uncover the key to subjugating the Reapers.
Or destroying them?
Damn it, Shepard. Destroying the Reapers gains us nothing.
How about peace?
They're just trying to control us. Think about it. If they wanted all organic life destroyed, they could do it. There would be nothing left.
What the hell are you talking about?
I know them, Shepard. I know how they think.
I think you've gotten a little too close to the enemy.
No. I'm saying they've got it right. Why kill when you can control?
The Reapers have it right? You're indoctrinated. You're doing just what they want.
I could say the same of you. Wasting time on a war that can't be won.
At least I'm fighting.
Never question my ability to fight. I've been fighting them longer than you can imagine. And don't assume you know me. My methods for dealing with the Reapers are simply more refined than yours.
I might have believed you once, but you've gone too far.
Shepard, you're out of your depth. There are choices coming that you're not equipped to make.
At least I'll be making them as a human being. You're just some Reaper puppet.
No, there's a better way forward. Humanity can be so much more.
I'm finishing the Crucible, and I'm sending the Reapers back to hell.
I can't let you do that. Leng, the Commander has something I need. Please relieve him of it. And then bring me the data.
Understood.
Commander, the gun!
Get to cover! I've got this! I need to recharge! Cover me!
The gunship's taking up position!
Shepard is mine! It's a pity the good ones never last.
There's only one way this ends. Target the supports. Cerberus thanks you for all your hard work.
Shepard! Hang on!
This is Shepard. Give us your location.
I repeat, is anyone on this frequency?
We read you. Give me your location.
The lieutenant's down. Our whole zone is collapsing. What happened to Shepard? Did they make it to the temple? I saw them. Wait, I've got a Reaper inbound. Please, is anybody there? Wait, guys, no.
Commander?
Counselor. The mission.
We've lost contact with Thessia. It's gone dark.
How soon will the Crucible be ready to deploy?
Counselor. I wish the news was better. We didn't get the information.
What happened?
Cerberus was there. We were defeated. We don't know how to finish the Crucible.
I don't know what to say. What was the situation on Thessia?
Deteriorating fast. The Reapers are there in strength.
Then you'll excuse me. There are preparations to make. Continuity of civilization to consider. I never thought this day would come.
None of us did. I'm sorry.
Asari forces are in full retreat. It is no longer safe for us to remain in this system.
Get us out of here.
Shepard, Nobody could have predicted Cerberus would reach Thessia before us.
It's my job to be prepared. no matter what. And now Thessia is lost, as is the data on the catalyst. I'm sick of Cerberus beating us to the punch.
Let's kick them in the balls first for a change.
I'm with James. Anyone know where they're hiding? Anyone?
Well, there is something.
Let's hear it, Trainer.
I was able to track Kai Leng's shuttle through the relay and extrapolate his destination. But the signal disappeared in the Liara system.
Naturally.
It's not just gone, though. The signal is being actively blocked.
How?
I'm not sure, but something is interfering with all signal activity in that region of space.
Commander, the Liara system is home to Sanctuary and little else. Sanctuary is a supposed safe haven for war refugees.
You think it's worth checking out, Trainer?
Yes, sir, I do.
If Specialist Trainer hadn't examined the data so astutely, the interference would have been undetectable.
Nice work, Trainer. You've given us a shot. Now let's make sure we don't waste it.
It's not much of a lead, but I'm game if you are.
It's a lead. We've come too far to let Cerberus screw us over. I want that Prothean data. I want the catalyst. No excuses. Dismissed.
Commander, Admiral Anderson is available on VidCom.
After we took down that Reaper on Rannoch. I don't know.
Yeah.
Commander, Cerberus has attacked a comm facility on Ontaron. I've updated the galaxy map.
I'm liking the new you, Esteban.
Those were all lies back there.
They were not.
My people weren't animals for your kind to experiment on.
You wanted to know more about your history, Asari. Now you do.
I have a name. It's Liara Tassoni.
Hey, settle down.
My home was just destroyed, and all he can do is gloat.
Given what's happened today, I think you owe Liara an apology, Javik.
Apologize for the truth?
For not doing more. You're a Prothean. You were supposed to have all the answers. How could you not stop this from happening?
We believed you would. Long ago, we saw the potential in your people. Even then, it was obvious. The wisdom, the patience. You were the best hope for this cycle. So you were guided when necessary.
Well, it didn't work.
You're still alive, aren't you? Your world may have fallen, but as long as even one Asari is left standing, the fight isn't over.
I guess that goes for Protheans, too.
Despair is the enemy's greatest weapon. Do not let them wield it. Liara Tassoni.
That was unexpected. Thank you.
We still need her talents. If grief overcomes her, she will be lost to us.
So did you actually mean what you said?
Does it matter?
Liara's been a good friend to me. It matters.
Then I will tell you what you want to hear. I meant what I said.
Carry on.
It was good to see another of my kind, even if he was just a ghost. One more Prothean fights the Reapers. If there is to be, I suffered many defeats in the last war, Commander. Let this loss be the fuel that powers your rage. How do you see with only 2 eyes? Evolution has taken a strange turn in this cycle.
How bad?
I've never seen Liara like this. Not even after Noveria.
Damn.
Can you talk to her? You've known her as long as any of us.
And with Palaven...
I'm just another damn reminder of how many people are dying. You should talk to her.
I just regained my homeworld. She just lost hers.
Well, I don't have any magic words. She needs time. Maybe call her later.
She went straight to her cabin.
I'll go talk to Liara.
You're a good friend.
I've studied Protheans my entire life. If I'd been shown the beacon on Thessia earlier...
You would have needed Shepard's cipher to comprehend it.
I still could have learned from it. Instead, my mother hid the galaxy's most important archaeological find from me. It must have been such a joke to her when I became a Prothean researcher.
The penalties for withholding Prothean technology are among the harshest in Council space. Your mother's motives may have been simply to shield you.
Perhaps. Thank you, Edie. I hadn't considered that. How did this happen, Shepard? My entire civilization. The Asari's history. The Protheans made it a lie all along, and I abandoned my people to hunt for the catalyst.
You'd never do that.
They're dying by the millions. I told those people on Thessia we'd save them. How many Asari died because I demanded their help?
None.
Shepard, that isn't true.
You've been warning your people for 4 years, Liara. There's not a damn thing you should feel guilty about. If we move fast enough, they'll have a chance to survive this, to start again. We lost Thessia, but we haven't lost the Asari yet.
Helping the refugees. That's something I can do. It's something I owe them.
I knew you'd think of something.
I still need some time, Shepard. But thank you. A Prothean. A living, breathing Prothean right below me.
He's not what I expected.
Me neither. He was a little cold when I tried to talk. I understand the shock of waking up again. His species gone. But a Prothean, Shepard. There's so much he could tell us.